let's be clear. Women are gold diggers.
Oh Jesus.
Women, if men stop working for one day, this society will break down.
Amy is an anti-feminist.
As a woman, your value comes from your beauty and your purity.
The fact that I can be an engineer, I can be hosting this show in a sense, it stands for feminism fought for. When we look at society today, right? I tell you that when you grow up, the highest achievement level you're going to do is you're going to get married. I don't subscribe to that idea.
What do we want you to do? You are able to cook, you are not a whore, you are being respectful, and then you can give me children. That's it.
You are stupid. Honestly, you are stupid.
Right now, we are past the age of gender mutilation.
I've not passed that age.
I'm moving against the fact that women should vote. With responsibility, you have to have authority. I don't want you, as my woman, to go out dressed in a certain way. That's not toxic masculinity. Are
you trying to say men should be allowed to control women?
No.
Then what is authority? What authority should a man have over a woman? Tell me about that.
The authority a man should have over a woman in the sense that...
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the E-Report. Today we're having a very special episode. I'm here in the studio with my friend, Mr. Aziang Eme. Eme, welcome to the E-Report.
Good morning, Doris.
Good morning, Eme.
Good morning. Good evening, Doris. How are you doing?
Fine. Okay, so I am Eme. After our last episode we did on feminism, we had a long conversation. Eme is an anti-feminist. Can you just first of all present yourself to us before moving on?
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Doris. Good morning, everyone. My name is Eme, Aziang Eme Ngudi. I am an environmental engineer and a data analyst on the side, even though I'm still working on that.
All right. So after our episode on feminism, Eme reached out to me with certain viewpoints he has as, I believe, an anti-feminist. And we're going to be talking about that now because I just believe the conversation was so interesting and we have to have that live. I believe it is. I believe it is because when we look into what feminism is, I don't see feminism like it has completed the mission that it was set out to do. Now look at how feminism started. It started to give women a voice because men didn't have a voice in the same capacity as men had in the society. And definitely I can say that in the Western world, it has actually created, I think, almost achieved that in its totality. But we'll come down to other places like Africa and Afghanistan. I was talking about places like Somalia, Afghanistan. There are so many countries and regions that still need what feminism was fighting for when it started. So that's why I believe feminism still is needed.
Okay, my take on that is this. You, at the start of this podcast, told me you are 30% feminism.
Yeah.
How can you be 30% feminism? Let's go back to that.
Yeah, okay, let's go back to that. So why I said I'm a 30% feminist, not the fact that, I'm part of myself is feminist, part of myself is not a feminist. 30% in the fact of I would say, in my view, the percentage of feminism that actually is still fighting for feminism stood for. Because if you look at what feminism is now, and the reason why I believe many people are against feminism is the fact that majority of it, which I see because based on the content I see about it, I believe like 70% of it is a part that is more about man-hating, the part that is more about women being like dominating society, and that's not what I stand for. But I will stand for the part of feminism that is seeking to still give the women a voice, like people that still have gender-based violence. You still have cases of early marriages, stuff like that feminists are actually fighting for that. So when I say 30% feminist, I'm standing with the population or the percentage of feminism that is still doing what feminism was meant to be doing.
The idea of feminism itself, I think that when I Googled it, they talk about equality between men and women. And men and women are very different species, very different creatures. And there's not supposed to be an equality. They are different. They are not equal. The value they bring are different. Their value metric are different. So the idea that you stand for feminism, women's-based violence, I all agree with that. The part I don't agree with is the equality.
Okay.
There should not be an equality between them. Women, they have had all of I believe they should still propagate the idea that women should not be violated and all of that. I completely agree with you on those points. Now my point is the equality, and we are getting to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, if I want to just give a comment on that, we talk about equality. Definitely, when we talk about yes, feminism, we go and check the definition of feminism. We talk about the movement that is trying to bring out political, economic, social equality in genders. But like you said rightly, men and women are very different. We're different biologically, we're different in our strengths. Like I said, physically, women are not as strong as men. We have differences. So we're not equal in some aspects. But when we talk about equality, I don't think it's equality in our being, it's an equality to express ourselves in society. Okay, because that's why the word equity came about. Because equity came to actually fight for the right of equality. So I'm not sure that looks to say men and women should be equal, because it's not actually like equal in every stance, because it's not actually like even possible. We are very different creatures. But in the fact that we should be able to equally express ourselves, be it the fact that we have careers that want to attain. We are both engineers.
Yes,
We
of
have been
course.
in school, like in
Of
your
course.
class, you have
Yes.
female engineers, male engineers. Like
That's it.
that's actually, I believe, what feminism was looking for. The ability to equally express ourselves in different aspects of life. So that was it. That's what I
Yes,
look
but
at it
for a
as.
century now, you have had the ability to express yourself.
Definitely, that's true. That's why I said it has done the work in different areas. But I probably don't still have that particular ability to have that. We have places, even in Cameroon here, where people cannot get that opportunity. We have people that are sent to early marriages, ladies that are sent to early marriages. They believe that women don't still deserve to go to school. So that's still very prevalent. That's why I say that I might not support the fact that it's going wayward, but it is still needed in the places that actually still have women suffering in that sense.
Women suffering.
Yes.
Are there women suffering? You have a voice, right?
There are women suffering out there. The fact that I have a voice is actually thanks to feminism. I say everything, the fact that I can be an engineer, I can be hosting this show in a sense, it's thanks what feminism fought for. Okay. I have the voice now. I cannot be like, oh, I'm being oppressed. I cannot call myself that I'm being oppressed by this or that. But in general, I cannot also dismiss the fact that there are people out there that are being currently oppressed. So if we are to say that, okay, because I am no longer oppressed, I should just totally cut it off and not give people the chance to actually experience what I have experienced. Yeah, so
But I
that's it.
believe that should change means that you're not fighting for feminism.
I am.
You're fighting for equity.
But that is the point.
Equity, no. But feminism
Equity
talk
is to come
feminism.
and establish the equality that feminism stood for.
Equity is different from equality.
I've not disagreed with
Equity
that.
is what you deserve, what you deserve after putting an amount of work. Equality means no matter what metric we put in, we are equal. No matter what I bring, no matter what you bring, we are equal
Okay,
in the
let me
society.
give you my understanding of equity. Okay, when I look at equity, is a fact equity puts into play, or it factors in the weaknesses and strength of both genders
We're talking about
in a
the
way that both can be
definition.
expressed.
We're talking about the definition of
Yeah,
equity.
yeah. Because equality will say, despite the fact that this is a man is a woman, they should both have the same strength, and that's impossible, right? But equity factors out that men are biologically different from women, women are also biologically different from men. And it says that in this strength and weaknesses, how can we make it such a way that this world is fair to both parts? That's equity.
That's equity.
Yeah.
And you're fighting for equity. You're not fighting for feminism.
What I'm trying to make you understand is that equity is actually the equality that we're talking about in feminism. Because I think when people look at the word equal in feminism, they're thinking that it's the fact that men and women should be equal. That is the twisted idea that what the feminists or today, I'll call the toxic feminists, are bringing up. But actually, the equality in the definition of feminism is talking about expressing equity.
But the general public has taken it a different way.
A majority of them.
And a majority, and the world moves through majorities. And if that majority cannot be brought back to light, as you say, I completely agree with you. As to the idea of equity, then we are going down the drain, and we are currently going down the drain, as you can see. So people have, as you can say, maybe twisted the idea of equality to equity, and they should change that word equality. They should put equity instead. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I get.
That's so. This case closed. Case closed.
It's not really case closed.
Equity, replace equality,
Okay,
and then
okay.
we're done.
I think I can agree with you on that. That maybe if in the definition of feminism, we actually understood that the equality was not equality, or just replace it directly with equity, right? It might make people to have a better understanding.
Maybe before you guys continue, because the second prompt that I actually had here was, is feminism about equality or equity?
Yeah,
Okay.
But I think you guys
really.
are confusing a little bit the definitions of the So equality means giving everyone the same resources and opportunities, treating everyone identically. While equity recognizes people have different starting points and needs, providing tailored resources and support to ensure everyone has a fair chance at the same outcome. Think of equality as everyone getting the same size shoe, but equity provides shoes that fit each person's,
We were talking about
ensuring everyone can run the race comfortably and successfully.
yes.
That's what I
And
was talking about, right?
then equality means equality of opportunity, and equity equality of outcome.
It's fine. That makes some actually more sense finally.
It actually make more
So you
sense.
see, equality is not actually bad.
Equality.
If I take in that point, equality is not actually bad because
Equality. It is the problem is we have all these equal rights, but men go into the game and take in more resources than women, even though they are left to. Right now, we have passed the age of gender mutilation. I mean, in the general sense, we have passed the age of.
we have not passed that age.
Wait,
We have not yet passed that
you
age.
have a voice. A lot of women have voices now. It's not more as before where a lot of women did not have voices. Now they have voices, but they're not getting into the workforce the same as men do. They're not doing the hard work that men do, and they're not doing all those hard works. That's why I'm moving against the fact that women should vote at all.
Okay, I think we'll get into that later on, I believe.
Okay.
Get into that later on. But what I was saying concerning the aspect of, for example, gender mutilation, right? It is still a very prevalent thing that is happening. My stance when I look at feminism, why I said I still believe feminism is necessary in today's day and age, is because yes, it has done a lot. Women have received the voice, they have received the chance to choose. But we should not forget the fact that I see people out there that still need to arrive this level. Because if at any point we are to be like, okay, women have gotten the voice, let's just stop trying to reach out to people that still need their voice to be heard, then what happens to those people?
Our economy today is run through a patriarchy, and it will take years upon years before feminism comes in as the ideas of the West, of the Westerners. We still believe in the family, we still believe in church, we still believe in shame, we still believe in all those things which keeps the family together, which knows that, okay, in the family, it's the father that comes first, the mother comes second, and the child comes third. Agree. So with that structure, that's why the West is failing, because they failed in the nuclear family, that structure of the nuclear family, where they don't have the father anymore, and the mother runs the house. And that leads to disaster. We are still living in patriarchy. That's why our system still works.
Do you believe that a patriarchy is a beneficial system for Africa?
Yes. Not in the organization standpoint, like let me see the economy and everything, but in the family household it's very important, because we fighting against feminism are fighting for women's happiness.
What to you is a patriarchy?
Because
that word is a word that is...
A patriarchy is an economy. Let me just put it in plain form. An economy run mostly by men. Yes, they make most of the decisions, they run most of the laws, and yes, that's why patriarchy is in simple terms.
Because one thing I've seen about, especially this term, so we talk about feminism and patriarchy, is many people have different ways of perceiving it. Okay, in the way you defined it, it might sound normal. Like, okay, man is head of the home. Okay, that's the patriarchal aspect. And we have not denied fact in Africa, we actually stand by the fact that the husband is head of the home. Yeah, I think even in the West, some people believe in that. But some people take patriarchy as the fact that men dominating and belittling women. That is the narrative that's been pushed out more than the narrative of men leading. It's more about men bringing down women. I don't know if you're getting my point. So when we have the majority of what patriarchy stands for, to be men bringing down women and not men leading, you get to understand why the feminism is not really in support of patriarchy. Okay. So in that case, the same reason why I'm saying that I'm not really for a patriarchal system. I'm not against men leading the home. I'm not against the fact that in general we have men that are defending our economy and going to war and all of that, right? Yes. They are leading. That's fine. But in the world of patriarchy, okay, what it generally mostly stands for is
what people take it to stand for. What it not generally stands for. What people take it to stand for.
Yeah.
People take it to see as men dominating, men oppressing women and all that. But it is not. That's not what patriarchy is. So you have to be careful with
So,
definitions.
so what would you say would be a difference between somebody that is misusing patriarchy and somebody that is using it right? A man
A man
that is using
that is you,
the system of patriarchy right and one that is abusing it. What will it look like for you?
it just depends on where you live, the economy, because I cannot say for if you want to say in the Cameroonian setting, right? Patriarchy is normal. Almost everybody in Cameroon has lived in a household where there's a father, there's a mother, and there's the child. There are the children, and the father runs the home. Says, okay, today maybe we are going to eat this, or maybe we are moving to this place. There's no argument. Like he doesn't argue with the mom. Like okay, if my father, no, let me take an example. If my dad says, okay, we are moving maybe to Boya, my mom might say, oh no, give her reasons. But if he's prominent about it, we are moving there, and he knows why. She trusts his judgment. That's one thing. And most women trust their husband's judgment. That's why they follow them. And most of the times, they always take the right decisions. Look at we don't have as many killers as the West.
I highly disagree with that.
No, we don't have as many killers as the West. We don't have hoodlums or thugs. You don't see the crime rate as rampant as there because we have, how can I say, an authority system in place where people respect authority.
I think it's respecting authority generally.
It starts where? It starts in the household. When you start in everything that goes out to the society, it starts in the household.
Yeah.
When the house is organized, then the society will try from that person. So, yeah.
Okay, I think I have this last question to ask you. In the setting of the home, okay, like you talked about the patriarchy system in the home, the woman being, the woman following the man, let me say, the wife following her husband, do you think is an excuse for the man to belittle his wife? Because when we talk about the fact that he can make a decision and everyone has to just go with it and she has to trust his judgment, what if in a case where his judgment is not the right judgment and she wants to come against that?
I can counter the argument of saying that she even was the first to trust him. She was how can I say it? She was the first to trust his judgment before anything. He courted her and she accepted, right? She judged that he was looking at her options, he was the best option she could have, right? It means that of all the men that were talking to her at that point, she made the decision of saying that, okay, I choose you. It means I choose you to lead me. I see this man as more competent than me, more stronger than me. I can lead the home.
Not generally more competent than me.
The fact is, women always date either a little, maybe above the level or up. That's what they call hypergamy. You understand? Women don't date below them. Even if they date below them, they're always go digging for something. It's just that most of them are better hiding the shovel.
I really don't like the term of generalizing people like all women.
No, let's be clear. Women are gold diggers.
Oh Jesus.
Women are gold diggers. It's just different. Some people take different metrics.
I know I'm not a gold digger. I know a lot of them are not gold diggers.
Some girls are actually praying about it. If you don't have money, don't talk to me.
I've not denied that. And some guys are praying about it. If you don't sleep with me, you cannot be with me.
No, but before he wants to arrive that stage, he has gone through a lot. Women live, many people have said it online. Women live life on easy mode. Men live life on hard mode.
What makes you think that?
As a woman, when you clock 18, from 18 to now, maybe I would say 25, your peak years, you get to deal with a lot of guys. A lot of guys people just start giving you attention, free attention for nothing. And the internet has made it worse. Because now you have dating apps.
Is it for nothing, or is it because they find potential in the woman?
Which they don't have potential from where? All girls have breast and yash. Which potential are you looking for?
Okay,
apart from that,
okay, wait. All right.
If the only value as a woman, your value comes from your beauty and your purity. That's the two metrics you can take your value from. As a man,
first, I disagree with that. Then again,
wait, let me finish. As a man, your value comes from your ability to give to the society. It means your ability to harness resources and give to the society. That's why, as a woman, when two women meet, maybe in their later years, they always ask themselves, are you married? Do you have children? That's the metric. As a man, they'll ask you, what are you doing for a living? You see what I'm talking about? So it's not even me giving
Yeah,
you that argument, it's the society.
See, that's why I'm not even going to deny the fact that right now, right, women are being trained to the fact that marriage is what completes them. And men are being trained to the fact that having money is what completes them or makes them valuable.
But it is.
I don't subscribe to that idea.
Will you not subscribe? It doesn't mean that it's true.
No, actually, it's not helping our society
It's
to
actually-
raise up people to women to believe the fact that marriage is what makes them valuable. It is not helping our society.
It's actually useful. Let me tell you why. Because
Okay, wait.
as a woman, when you prioritize a career during your peak years and you say, okay, you wait for maybe 28, 29, 30 to find a man, you see that 19-year-old, the man you're fighting for with that 19-year-old, you're also fighting for him at 30 years. And men don't look at women's value as women look at men's value. Women look at men's value from his status, his money, maybe his body, what he actually is in the society. And that's a very small percentage of men. I would say 30, in our Cameroon society is around 30% of men. That is in that range. And then again, you still look at him, okay, is he handsome? Does he have the right height? All those things, all those metrics. But men are simple creatures. What do we want you to do? You are able to cook, you are not a whore. You are being respectful, and then you can give me children. That's it.
Then I believe that women are downgrading yourselves.
That's actually the point. We can almost say men are downgrading the point.
No, my point is that I believe that in that case,
the
right?
thing is, men don't even know that they are the prize. That's the problem.
Oh, wait. Okay, men bounce.
Let me break
Bounce,
it down.
bounce.
Let me break it down for you.
Okay, go on.
As a man, if you are, let me say your peak years, because as a man, your peak years don't start as women peak years. Mm-hmm. You leave school at maybe 24, 25. You start looking for yourself. Like you start finding the ability to harness resources. At 29, it's from 29, 30, maybe 31, you get resources that you can take care of a woman. Not many men get to reach that stage. And even at a higher level, I can't argue. Not many men.
Okay, wait.
I can't argue because
men are not the price. And let me state why. Because
give me.
you know the funny thing, I'm not going to say men are the price either. See, when we look at society today, right? Like I said, they are training women. They're training women that, oh, you grow up, the highest achievement life you're going to do is you're going to get married. I don't subscribe to that idea. Okay? That's not the highest achievement a woman can have. And the highest achievement for a man is not going to be how much money you're going to put in your pocket.
How much you have
that is not going to be
society.
Men are not the price in marriage, and neither are women the price in marriage. The price is building a healthy home. That's the price. If a marriage is not the point of building a healthy home, have the millions of money, have the shape that is like, I don't know, can be whatever. Neither of you are the price if that home cannot produce children that are actually responsible to society, children that can actually follow society. Wait a minute. When we're looking at a home setting, you are trying to put in the fact of, because men maybe there are things that they require of women, are things that maybe most women can get, okay, like they are pretty, they don't require men to have so much more money, right? I would say a lot of people, including myself, right, that's not actually what they look for. If you're spoiled house to build a home, right, you're not going to look onto, oh, how much is it going to make? That's one part of it. In marriage, women are not looking for just financial security. That's something people forget. When they're looking to, no, let me put a point out, all right? When we're looking to a home, right, there is that aspect of financial security, because women definitely are looking for security in a home. I think
not financial security.
I think everybody's looking for security in a home, right? There is an aspect of financial security. There's the aspect of emotional security, the aspect of spiritual security, the aspect of mental security in that sense, okay? So when all you can bring to the table is financial security, what happens when I require that you can be able to show me that I can be spiritually secure in this marriage, I can be emotionally secure here? But now, if all you can bring to the table is your money, in this day and age, trust me, I can bring that too. So what is your price in that?
The fact is, before there's even a home, you have to choose him. Am I lying?
And
who is the holder of relationship? Is the man, right? Who is the holder of sex? Is the woman. But before there's even the idea of a home, you have to choose him.
She may vote.
No.
Okay, all right. Honestly, the first time that I knew that this was a something you had, like women should not vote, I was shocked. Why? Because I think I see you as someone that's educated. So being educated and having the ideology of what I feel is very contradictory. For it to be educated and the ideology of what I really believe is contradictory. Because why? Okay, first before I say anything, why should women not vote? Yeah, give me that idea.
There's only one reason. You don't have the men have more skin in the game than women.
Yeah. What do you mean by skin in the game?
Skin in the game in such a way that we do all the hard jobs. We are the ones who do them. We are in every aspect of life. We keep the society running. If men stop working for one day, this society will break down. The lights above your head was a man who mounted those lights. It's a man that made the bulb of those lights. The table you're sitting on, the chairs you're sitting on, men created them.
You cannot say that for sure.
The maintenance of this Cameroon itself
you cannot say that for sure.
Men. They only a little minority of women. Even if they left it to that little minority of women to run, they will not be able because there are too few of them. There are too few of them. The fact that women are not in the front lines of war when things break out, like Northwest, Southwest, you just saw the first woman they decapitated, like it was 2016, 2017. They made a video, they tied the woman's hands in the back and cut her head off. All the women soldiers, they brought them back to Yaoundé. Explain that to me. Why, if it was a man, the men would stay and fight. The men will always stay and fight. The North, the same thing. They push you won't see in the bee. You don't see a lot of women bees, right? You see only men. Why? Because when shit hits the fan, only a man can solve the problem. And for you to have the right to vote in political figures who alter the rights of those men, putting their lives in the front lines to do those hard things is actually demonic, according to me.
Okay, that's your standpoint. Why I believe men should vote. Now look, as you talked about the politics, the laws are to influence the life of the men that are putting themselves out there. You forget that the same politics is also what's going to decide how we live in a society, economically, politically.
What run the society, men?
No.
Men run the society.
Men and women run the society.
No, men run the society.
Okay, let me put my points down. Okay. Men and women run the society. You talked about the fact that if men stop working for a day, the society is going to crash.
Yeah.
Again, I said if we didn't have women in this world, the world would not go anywhere. I always make a very, I think, sensible stance. The fact that I believe that men and women are what makes this world work. The moment you start being like, these people, without them, we're not going to survive. Yes. But also without this other people, we're not going to survive either.
Yes, it's a 50-50 thing.
That is the point. So when we are in a world that is 50-50, you have to understand that the laws have to be made by both men and women.
But the laws affect men. Even voting. What am I talking of? Voting, the presidential voting. Not to call any names. The presidential voting. Women vote based on emotions. Let me say. Most women.
Put that out. No. You cannot generalize.
Most women vote on emotions. Most women vote on emotions. I know because I have spoken with them.
Yeah. Okay.
I have spoken with them. And when you go to a lot of meetings, you meet a lot of people. You discuss their stand views. They shallow. They don't even know the deep right implication of somebody and. You ask her, okay, why didn't you vote for him? Well, I don't like him. Mm-hmm. You don't like him.
That's just generally an ignorance. It does not mean the fact that
most of them are ignorant.
That does not mean that women are ignorant in politics. It means that there are women that you know that are ignorant in politics.
Most women. It's not most women. No. I know most women. Most women in every field of life. Most women they don't just care. It's like football. They support it because men support it. They just want to feel implicated. I will not argue. Some of them love it, but the vast majority, no, they just follow.
I cannot take football as a metric to understand.
No, we are taking every.
Boys are entertainment that is a lot man-centric. Yeah.
We can even say taking even maybe beauty salons. How many men look at beauty salons?
And I didn't not needed.
Why do men?
Are they not needed?
No, there's a small minority of men who like being in salons and making hair. But the bad men don't care. Men don't care like that.
Let's not go far from the prompts. Let's come right back to the voting.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, women
need to vote.
Women don't need to vote.
Let's understand something. We're talking about politics. Women have contributed to politics greatly as well. That's true. Because we're looking to politics.
Name me 3 figures in history. Name me 3 figures in history that women and what they did.
Okay. For example, we have
Cameroon history.
Cameroon history.
Yes. Because you have the right. You have the right. You have the right to express yourself. Yeah. Ever since you have been given the right.
Okay, wait.
Name me 3 figures.
Definitely. In Cameroon history, I don't know 3 figures, for example. I don't know 3 figures to give you.
Oh yeah, African history.
In African history. For example, we had the case, the women, the women Amazons that fought against the French
Amazons.
forces. Yes.
The Amazons don't exist. The women Amazons is a fantasy, it's a fallacy. I searched that up. Women
It's
Amazons.
Wait, are you going to allow me to answer a question you asked?
Answer the question.
Yeah. So, for example, we have the Dahomey Amazons that fought against the French forces.
Crap.
We have the, I believe the first president, the first African president was from Liberia, was Ellen Johnson, and she won a Nobel Peace Prize. So
you won a Nobel Peace Prize for being the first African woman president.
No, because she did other things.
What did she do?
Mobilized women to make a peace force. I think a peacemakers protest, something like that. Yeah. So
never heard of.
Exactly.
Never heard of because it's not important.
Not because it's not important.
Because it's not important. We only hear of news that important. I mean, like, what's news? News is everything that's important and relevant to the society.
One thing you should know about this, okay? The majority of politicians are men. Yes. Majority of military men are men. Yes. I remember recently when the Tanzania issue came out, where we're talking about Tanzania, where there's a woman that is somehow overstayed away from Niwe.
Yeah, she used her emotions
everybody calm down. Everybody came out and was like, oh, see, when a woman is a president, this is what we get to have. Yeah. She's running emotions, she cannot get down from power.
Correct.
But we forget that more than the history of women being in power than staying in power, we have more men that have affected that. But because it's a woman, and because we are quick to judge women when they fail in a particular aspect when it concerns political matters, everybody judged her. I'm not saying that what she did was right. I'm just saying that the way people reacted to her being in power or to her being in power is so much more than the way they react to a man. Because they'll be like, men are used, it's a man's way.
Yeah, give a man.
That is where the bias comes in. Because people don't talk about the woman, like I mentioned, Ellen Johnson, and all things that she did. Because she ran from, it's not even so long ago. She was the president from Liberia from 2006 to 2018. She had a good term. But you don't hear about that. You hear about the term of Nelson Mandela, all these other people. They did wonderful things. Okay. Calm down.
I'm asking you, what did she do? That's all.
She was a president. I mean, she led her people well for 12 years. Doesn't that count? It does not count because, for example, people wanted to be like, oh, on the news everywhere, Ellen Johnson. But people will not bring that up because they're waiting for the time the woman is going to do something wrong in the media. They were like, oh, the woman has done this.
Okay.
That's what we wait for. A woman should do something wrong, like, okay, mayor should swindle. Can you believe this female mayor swindled? There are 20 other men that did that, but we don't look at that point. So finally, we're like, women should not vote because every time women do something a little bit off when it concerns politics, the grace for them is so little. Okay. So that's, I think, the entire problem.
Okay.
Now look at the entire voting atmosphere. Because we're looking to a point where women were not having the right to vote. Now that they have the right to vote, we're like,
they're not using it.
You can vote, but you have to be like, your grace is very little. You don't have the chance to make mistakes. That's the problem of women now. Because we have given them the fact that, okay, you have the choice. You can do this, you can do that. But the same graces that award to men, who cannot award to women. That is the problem. The graces that they award to men, because when men mess up, he's a man. Whenever messes up, she's emotional. Are you getting the difference?
Did she do? What did she do?
That's the point.
Let's go back to Tanzania.
When a man stays on power, he's a man. When a woman stays on power, she's a woman. She's emotional. Is that not the point?
Let's start in Tanzania. We started in Tanzania. Let's go back to Tanzania.
All right, Amy.
Have an extra fresco.
No, go ahead.
No, drink. You need it. I see you're kind of heated up. You need it. Drink.
This guy. You're trying to run me.
I'm afraid to drink.
Okay.
Chin. Your friends, right?
I solo the fact that I'm having discussion, honestly.
Nice. Masculinity on itself is not toxic. The masculinity is that I don't want you as my woman to go out dressed in a certain way. That's not toxic masculinity.
Okay, I think when they look into...
If I'm moving with you on the road, and maybe a guy comes and approaches you, and you don't like him around you, it's my responsibility to take on that, to protect you, to provide for you. How is that toxic? Why you choose me? I didn't force you to be with me. You choose me and said, okay, I'm going to give you the authority over certain parts of my life, right? How is that masculinity toxic? I want to understand.
Okay, I think looking into toxic masculinity is not about the fact that women are refusing to dress decently or that, or men are saying dress decently and women are saying don't dress decently.
No, it's actually
There is that part. But I think when people are looking to toxic masculinity, they're looking to the part of men wants to control men. That is what they see as toxic masculinity.
Control.
Wanting to control a woman, not lead. That's toxic. Leading is a better aspect. Like if you're talking a relationship matter, like you're saying, if like you say I'm a woman or whatever, you're gonna be like, I don't want you to dress this way, I don't dress that way, right? It's very from saying that this is the right way to dress. Then say that I don't want you to dress this way. Because another man can say that I want my woman to dress like a hooker on the road. And somebody can be like, I want my man to dress from head to toe. I don't want anybody to even see apart from my eyes. That is control, that's not leading. It's a different aspect.
So people conflate.
No, it's not a confliction. We're not saying that masculinity is bad. We're saying that when it becomes something of control than leading, that's when it becomes toxic.
With responsibility, you have to have authority.
Oh, okay. Pause right there.
Authority.
When you talk about authority, when you talk about authority, like, are you trying to say men should be allowed to control women?
No.
Then what is authority? What authority should a man have over a woman? Tell me about that.
The authority a man should have over a woman in the sense that if you are my woman, I am allowed to protect for you, provide for you, listen to you cry, listen to your, even though we don't care, listen to you rant all day. In fact, I have to deal with all that. Know that I'll have to have a say in your life on how you move. If I don't want you to talk to a bunch of guys, or maybe I want you to delete your online profile or delete some contacts in your phone, you do it because I'm your man. No. You respect me.
That's control.
You gave me the authority.
That's control.
You gave me the authority to protect you. I have to have that authority to protect you to be able to do it.
And
right?
And
you have it's not even controlling. You willingly gave me the authority to do that.
Nobody
so you have to have there's what they call responsibility and authority. Right?
Go ahead.
You have to you cannot accept one and neglect the other. It doesn't work like that. And again, women even want men to do that.
No. I stand right here. I'm a woman stand in front of you, right? I'm a woman stand in front of you. I don't want men to do that to me.
You are a woman.
I don't want men, and I can vouch for every. I can vouch for every friend I've had.
Okay, wait,
Amy, I can vouch for every friend I have. No woman wants a man that wants to tell her, delete your profile, dress only like this. I want you to cancel every single male friend you have in your DM. You understand that when it comes to, let's look at the aspect, because we're now diving more into the aspect of relationship issues, right? I look at relationship issues. When people come into a relationship, there's a commitment. There's a part where I like putting, because I always whenever I talk about relationship, I take it from the aspect of faith. So you're looking to a point where both of you are sacrificing in order to build something. So like you talk about the fact that there are certain things that you would automatically need to maybe allow you to have a say on in my life, right? There are certain things that I also have to have a say on in your life as a woman.
Of course.
So that is clear, right? So but there are points where when it passes from a say to a command. That's different.
No, the problem is, the thing is, when you as a woman already identify that you cannot build up with this type of person, then you just break up with the person. It's easy. But the problem is, most women don't even have the discernity. It means that they cannot discern a good guy from a guy that just wants to fuck them.
I think they can.
They cannot. That's why we see nowadays. It was not rampant before because what? There was this thing of marriage where they'll bring your husband and the father and maybe the brothers will bring your husband and say, okay, wife, wait,
I miss those days.
You miss those days, right? You miss those days when men had the authority. Okay.
No, that's not the case.
Men had the authority.
Wait.
Because you just tell him, okay, that's your husband, and you just accept him. Now, what's the thing?
You are taking it out of hand.
Let me finish.
You cannot take.
Let me finish before you say I'm going out of hand.
All right,
let me finish.
Go ahead.
Now, what's the problem now with women? Women take upon themselves to say, okay, I'm going to bring my partner myself. And it has proven quite destructive because now we see girls with a lot of body count. You see girls, she has a lot of body count, maybe at 25, she may be like 8.
When I say that, I'm not talking about the fact that, men, like you just said, this is your husband, marry your husband. I mean those days because men actually could lead back in those days. I'm not going to lie, men those days understood what it meant to build a home.
But they still lead.
Men now don't understand me to be the home.
They still lead.
I'm serious. Like this case, I'm very serious. Men nowadays, right? I'm not say generally men, because I really don't like putting that point of men. Most, okay, a majority of them don't understand what it means to build a home.
They still
Don't
lead.
understand what it means to actually have a partner and actually support a partner.
They still lead.
They are not leading.
Why? Because
Men are not like most men. Again, most men are not leading.
Why?
Most men are not leading. Most men are throwing money at their problems.
Can you show me?
And that's not fixing
Can
it.
you give me a metric that shows that most men are not leading? Because I can actually give you a metric.
Oh, yes, I can.
Our rate of divorces now
Yeah, go
are
ahead.
quite high. Why? Because it's the women that bring their own partners to the family.
Do you know that? Okay, go ahead.
We are more lucky to be in a society where the family still has a very big say in who you are going to marry. I'm very serious about this. Like
Okay,
the family,
your metric or the fact that
the family, there's still this idea of bride price. Women pay the bride price. The family has to accept the man. It means the man will come and let me say you bring your husband to your family, and the family has the final say of whether you're going to marry him or not.
Okay, your metric or the fact that men are leading is the fact that men are leading is the fact that okay, because of the increase in divorce rates, women.
No. Like when there's no that metric in place. Now I'm talking about that divorce rate was in the Western world. We don't have a lot of divorces here.
Okay, the reason why I say men are not leading. Let's look especially in the let me say black like African standpoint, African families. The broken homes are caused by mostly who?
They're not many.
Wait.
They're not many.
My question is it always the men failing the homes or the women? Majority. The demographic that you know?
The majority.
Is it the men failing or the women failing?
Because it's not me.
It's the men failing.
It's minor.
Because we have men that are quick to bounce out of responsibilities. When I say men are longer leading, it's the fact that they believe that as long as I can bring money at home, I'm leading this house. That's not leading the home. The fact that you can bring money back to your home, or you go out and work and you come and say, oh, this is 20K I've worked today, we're going to buy this, I'm leading your home. That's not leading your home. What about being there as a father? What about being there as a husband? What about actually leading the home spiritual and all these other things? Men are no longer leading the way that they actually should lead. So I'm saying when I say I miss those other days, I miss the fact that men knew that it was more than just money that built a home. That's what I miss. Because that time you could actually entrust yourself to somebody, even if it was a stranger, because this man understands what it means to build a home. But I tell you, this day and age, I could not try that nonsense. Because I've seen too many times and so frequently that the men are this, in fact, let me say in general, I really try to avoid this word, but most men are ignorant of what it means to build a home. They are so stuck to, get the cash, get the money, and they don't even get what it actually means. They train to actually be a husband, be a father, be a man in a home.
That is why it's left for your family to make the decision of the man you're going to marry.
No, it's not my family that's going to decide that.
It's the family that decided because they're going to pay a bride price to somebody, to a man.
That?
A man is going to collect a bride price, not a woman.
Yeah, that's the tradition.
And
that's the tradition.
Why? Before they collect bride price, he comes and meet them, right?
It's tradition. That's how it has to go.
He descends that this man is a good man. This man is going to take care of my daughter in the right way. So afterwards, if anything happens and you see that the man is not doing his job, because the fact is, they saying man bringing money to the house and he thinks he's running the home that way. If he didn't have that capacity, he will not be able to find himself in that position in the first place. In fact, you'll not be able to come in front of your family.
I've not denied that fact. I'm saying that it is one of the factors that is necessary. It's not that it is the only factor you should capitalize on.
That's what I'm saying that now. That factor is not the factor of emotional being there, presence, is not actually a major thing for a man. He should not be emotionally there a lot because before he wants to even reach that ability to harness the resources. I have elder brothers, I have uncles. When that's why I say a man and a woman's life is very different. Men live life on hard mode, women live life on easy mode. Do you know how hard it is to live?
I still disagree with that.
Do you know how hard it is to be as a man? I'm just a young man. I'm not even reached the echelon yet. I don't sleep at night because I know that it's coming. I know that I have to suffer to have the life that I'm going to have. And when you reach that level, you don't reach that level through being, how can I say, you have to be able to conceal your emotions. You have to be stoic to some point. Like some parts of you have to be dead. It means that you have gone through a mental battle to be at that point. Sleepless nights, things like that. That's what brings men to that point. And you want a man that has that achievement to also have abilities that you also want him, his emotional abilities to still be there. It's very hard to find a man like that.
Do you know why I say that?
It's very hard to find. Possible. I understand that you say you cannot see those men anymore because to reach before life was easier before for men. As things go on, life becomes harder because now. Before, women were not in the workforce, right? Now women are in the workforce and men have to compete with other men and have to compete also with women to acquire those resources before getting you. So it has become way harder. And for you to reach that level, you have to sacrifice some stuff. I'm telling you, you will not live that life because right now, if you have a man that is serious about you, what's your next step? You get married, you have children, maybe find a little job. You don't really care. You don't really care like that. Like, the responsibility is on your shoulders. But as a man, and you don't want a 50-50, I believe. You don't want a 50-50 relationship where you pay for the lights, the man pay for the water, and then you don't want that. You want the man to have full responsibilities about the home, on the home, right?
That's not what I'm saying.
You
can ask me the question. You can throw it to me.
I'm asking you a question.
All right.
Do you want a man to go 50-50 on you, or you want a man to have a full responsibility, taking care of all the bills of children? You don't have to take it. It means that your money is your money, his money is your money.
Neither of the two.
Neither of the two.
Yeah, so can I explain to you the kind of man I'm looking for?
Okay. Explain
That's kind of what. Okay, so when you look at 50%, I'm talking about the man paying half, I pay half.
Yes.
The other part is if whatever I work is my own, whatever works my own.
No. I'm saying yes.
I'm saying those are two scenarios, right?
Scenarios, yeah.
I'm saying neither because the way I see marriage, the way I see a relationship, it's a partnership. What was meant to be. Not what we are doing these days. This come and stay, come and let's play. What was meant to be is a partnership. So at any point in time, what we as women now have gotten as our advantage is that we can now actually work. We have, like I said, have the voice, we have everything. It's actually even helped men. It should have been a help in marriage. The fact that women can actually work now, it should be a help to men. Because for me, when I look into a partnership, I'm looking at the fact that where he finds weakness, I'm going to compliment his strength. Because
that's partnership to you. Because I was already saying that what you're saying, the partnership is not actually partnership.
Most of the times when I ask people, they're like, okay, will you marry a poor person? That's what I ask. When I say that, okay, I'm not money focused, right? They're like, but will you marry a poor person?
No.
I'm like,
no.
It's not about a poor person. Wait. This guy. It's not about a poor person or not. Okay? It's about somebody that you can end up working together with. The entire point is together, can we actually financially manage your home? Because I know that internally, right? Wait. Yes, this is what I'm saying. Prepared. Like, I'm not going to be biased about it. I'm not going to say like, oh, I don't want a case where I can just be a stay-at-home mom and be like that. I'm not going to deny that fact.
Yeah.
But when you come to find when I'm looking the general aspect, I'm looking like, okay, when I'm taking to consideration other aspects,
okay,
spiritually.
What I'm asking is that now, if you had the ability, if you had the ability, because right now you don't actually have the ability. That's why you're speaking like this.
Wait.
I'm saying like if you had the ability, you had boy A, right?
Yeah.
We struggle together, we have everything together, and boy B, baby girl, don't bother, go do good treatment. Now me, you are my. How can I say?
My questions will be more than that. There, that's one part. Okay, he has said one part like,
that's
boy B now, like you said, boy A, you're pointing boy A and boy B, right? Boy B has maybe financial certain things. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I talk about faith.
No, I'm talking. They have the same faith.
The
same faith. Everything.
Okay, you're saying that everything
else is fine. Everything else is fine, but it's just that money aspect where you have a 50-50 guy, that baby girl, reason with me. The other one is
wait. Why would that be? Definitely, I'll definitely be a spoiler can financially support me, right? But why is that something as a somewhat of I would say gold digger mentality? When definitely meant to that, if that women that in the same sense, women had the same everything, right? I found a woman that actually was more, they say maybe she was more respectful, submitting, more of a caring person, right? You go for that person.
Because women, it's not hard
no,
to achieve
but you go
that.
for that person.
It's not hard to achieve that.
Oh, no.
It's not hard to achieve that.
It is hard.
How is it hard to achieve it?
Oh
Where is
my
your basic?
God.
You have to be polite. As a man, you also have to be polite, right?
But
as a woman,
many people are not.
Wait. As a woman,
Many people are not.
No.
But many people are not actually polite.
Let's not confuse things. As a woman, as a person, even.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying as a man or a woman at this point. As a person, you have to be polite. You have to be well spoken. You have to have a level of education. I'm not refused. I'm not refused that. But the metric where men look for women is not the same metric where women look for men.
It cannot even be. We're not the same. We're not the same people. We're not the same human beings.
And that's why, for men, it's really hard to attain that status. For women, it is given from birth. When you reach 18, you are already beautiful.
Jesus.
You already have a very, how can I say, you have the possibility.
Do you know how many fine girls outside of me?
They are fine girls outside.
So many.
They have choices now.
That's when now the character separates.
Should I tell you what?
Character is not easy to
they have choices. The men in the same position that they say, fine, but you know what I mean? Let me tell you the real reality about men. I'm a man, I live it. See now. So women, they have the choice. But those choices don't match what they want in a man. Men, we don't even have a choice. So when we work and reach that level of capacity and capability, we don't even care. We don't even care whether you're going to school or not. That's why we won't pick girls from, like, we can pick girls from the village. Anywhere. We don't even care whether you had a master's degree in maybe topography or anything. We don't care about your status. Maybe you have a podcast or maybe you have.
So you don't believe that a woman can meet a guy that is not maybe financially secure and wants to be with a woman.
That's why I put the aspect of gold digging now. We are just gold diggers.
You don't believe that women can be that.
We dig differently. You are now digging for potential.
Wait. Okay, that's the point.
You are digging for potential.
That is the point.
Yes, it means that the man has to have a metric.
This is the one people try to do every time. If a woman says, okay, I can be with this man even if he doesn't have money. Okay, maybe you're not digging for money, but you're digging for potential.
You have seen something.
Okay, maybe he doesn't have. Everybody sees something in somebody before they build a person. I mean, you cannot be. You are stupid. Honestly, you are stupid to build somebody, right? That don't see potentially.
That's why most men are simple.
It's stupid to build with people they don't see potentially.
You call most men stupid because that's what they look for in women. Nothing. They don't look for anything in woman. Just be beautiful and be polite and cook me good food.
They are not trying to build a.
We don't want to build. We don't want to.
You are trying to have children. Is that the point?
We are just trying to procreate.
Oh my God.
Women look for something different. Women look for something different. We are just trying to procreate. That's why you call most men. We don't think about all those things that women think about.
Okay.
Men love unconditionally. There's no when a man says he loves you for real. When a woman says she loves you, it's what you can bring, whether be a potential or maybe financial aspect, or maybe there's a metric. But a man, when she says he loves you, he is a simp for you. You understand? Yes, that's just basically it. I cannot explain it further than this. Because when a man is in love, I've seen even high school love, right? The boy was, how can I say it? Maybe you were with the guy. He had a little bit of status. He carried himself a certain way. Yeah, he had a little bit of charisma. Funny. Yeah, those things. But girls, you don't really need to have all those things. You just have to be fine. That's all. And it's God-given. You're just fine, given from God. But a man, you have to have some potential to attract a woman, and she'll hold you accountable just on that potential to still stick with you. If you lose all that, maybe he started moving a certain way, or maybe he started smoking, you say, what am I with this guy for? He doesn't have anything. I'm only looking forward to even build with him. So, yeah, the man, even if she's a bomb, she saw him on the street. Yeah, she's fine. I like her. That's it.
Okay. Is that your
that's
pitch?
All. That's all.
Okay, this is my pitch. Again, I know the prompts are like choose a side, but I'm really somebody that likes to be realistic.
Thank you.
Realistic, right?
Thank you.
No, and wait, this is maybe realistic in saying that it's not that men love more genuinely than women, or that women love more genuinely than men. The real thing is that love in itself is sacrificial. Love in itself is unconditional. So you cannot say that you love someone and keep out the unconditional nature that love has.
But the truth is,
unconditional. Again. So if I look into a relationship, like for example, I say for me, it's very possible to meet somebody. When you actually to the point where you love somebody, you have seen, like you say, see potential in each other. And you guys are together, right? things happen in life.
No.
It can either, wait, again, I sat down quietly and listened to you, right? Yeah. So it could either be, for example, I'm fine, like a man can say, finds me fine, even though I'm a bum, and takes me, fancy. And something along the way happens, and I get disfigured. I'm no longer the finest person in the world. Does that mean that now, if he leaves me, is his love unconditional? Just one question, yes or no?
Most men won't do that.
They do.
Because the fact is, when a man loves you, see what I'm saying.
Wait, let me finish.
I know what love is.
Let me finish.
Because I have experienced it, and I have given, and I have taken.
Okay, wait.
Let me
finish.
Okay, finish your point. Finish your point. It's fair.
I'm looking, that was the aspect of women, right? I was saying that, for example, like, because your point is that when men are looking to more of, is a woman fine, can she give me children, right? I'm saying, for example, something along the line that she's no longer fine, she can no longer give children. Love actually is the fact of saying that despite the fact that you are not maybe all the pretty, you can give me children, I stay with you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And in the same sense, for women, if like you are saying, women, like you are saying that women look bad for the financial.
Not financial. I'm saying for potential.
For potential or financial.
Potential or financial.
I'm saying that love would say that. Again, I might be sounding very cheesy about it, but when I look at the aspect of what love is in a relationship or a marriage, you say that maybe down the line, somebody can no longer be the person that you saw the first time, but you still choose to be that person. It's a choice.
It's a choice.
Because you no longer be genuine, unconditional. If something comes along the way and it changes your perspective on it, the man suddenly maybe lose all your heart, or is suddenly not able to provide like where he stands. If you cannot stand with somebody in the rough times, you are not actually unconditional love for that person.
Yeah, but it's mostly women that tend to leave. Look at
that's not the truth.
Global. I'm not going to talk about Cameroon divorce rate again. Talk about global divorce rate. The women that tend to leave the marriage more because they will take the metric of I didn't feel loved again. No, I didn't feel emotional presence. Men never leave. It means that even what happens, men never leave. Even global statistics, men don't leave. So yes, men love more than women. Men love genuinely than women because most of the times it's the woman that sees potential in a man. That's why she's with him.
Again, to this same potential in a man.
Yes.
Why people don't see potential in?
You cannot.
Why are you men people that don't see potential?
Okay, let's take a case.
That's a very good question. I think I was asked.
Let's take a case of you.
Yeah.
Your last relationship. What did you see in him?
What did I see in him?
What did you see in him?
I guess a good person. Like you said, there's potential. You see somebody that you want to support.
Okay.
You see somebody, like you just reach a point when you actually realize, okay, you love this person, and regardless of how things turn out, it's not going to change.
Thank you. You just answered my question. You saw potential in him now.
I think you forgot the part where I mentioned that when you reach that point, whether or not the person can provide in that same aspect, because potential is an attractive factor.
It's not.
It's an attractive factor, but to make a relationship stay long, you have to understand the fact that people can change and they can be that. If something can happen that they cannot provide in that same aspect, will you stay is what makes a difference.
Yeah, only the financial aspect. But men don't only work on the financial aspect in their lives. They also work on their emotional aspect. That's why men tend to deal with emotions and suppress them. You ask a guy, why do you never cry? He has just learned to feel it and then internalize it in himself.
And has that made them
happier? That's why
has that made them even better? Has that made them better?
As a man, you don't live life on emotions. Are you happy?
Has that made you better? No, forget about happiness. Forget about happiness. Has it made men better? Has it made them better people in the homes, people in the society? It has not. Because from look at the aspect of that men internalize their emotions. The reason why things like rape happening.
No. Men internalize their emotions. Instead, those who don't internalize the emotions who go rape people.
No.
Let me give you a
that
metric.
Is not it.
Let me give you a metric. When maybe somebody dies in the family, right? And you see all the men, they don't wail, they don't shout, they're stoic. They're looking at the way forward. What next? Okay, now he's dead. It's women that are mostly, whoa, monafai party. Men always sit down. Even though they cry alone, they don't just show it because you need a place. It's like driving a car. You are driving in the bus now, and the person driving the car. Let me say you go enter a pothole, and the car is going left and right. If you sit, maybe you're sitting beside the bus driver. You turn and look at him. He's like, how you feel? you feel like you're going to die, right?
Obviously, he's
You're
not
going to die.
focused.
Imagine you look at him like this, all focused and clean. Like you see even if you have the possibility to die, you'll be assured in your mind. It means that only his look, you'll be assured in your mind that no, this driver, with this driver, I cannot die in his hands. Even if you don't know him, I'm talking in that sense.
Let's talk a bit about the aspect you brought up about men crying, right? I made a post recently about this, and this is my stance on the aspect of men crying. Okay, I'm not saying that men should cry to prove that they are better men. That's not my problem.
I'm saying that I don't understand.
I'm not saying that men should cry so they can prove that they are good or they can be empathetic. Or I don't know how to put it. The fact that people say that men should be more emotional or men should be more free to live out their emotions, it's not to say that, okay, if they don't do it, they are not good people. It's to understand the fact that crying is not a sign of weakness.
No, men do.
It is not a sign of
men
weakness.
Men do
The
cry.
issue is that when I look at society today, they have trained men that bottle it up, don't show it out. And in that aspect, men are becoming less empathetic. They are becoming less aware of the other things that women could face. And that's why I say that the fact that men not crying, like men actually internalizing their hurt and internalizing their problems, is the reason why they are more likely to be aggressive. The fact that they are losing empathy. They are losing the sight of seeing other people's sides of issues because they're just focused on, I have my own things to deal with. I'm internalizing this.
No. I can continue that with that. That's why we have firefighters who are brave, policemen who are brave, soldiers who are brave, are mostly men. Because they internalize their emotion and they go into the job no matter what. They don't feel like, okay.
So in that sense, men are good at being steady in situations.
A lot of men are good actually in internalizing their emotions. The fact is, when you put it like that, you make it seem like, okay, accept that, okay, you can be vulnerable. Yes, be vulnerable, but do it alone. Do it alone, be vulnerable alone. But when they want to see you next, let them see you. You are way past that. You are now. Your mind is.
Why should anybody? Why should anybody put a timeline on somebody's grieving period?
It's not timeline.
No, it is a timeline because you cannot grieve to this level or you cannot grieve to this time. I'm not saying you cannot grieve.
You can grieve to that level, but do it alone. It means it doesn't matter how.
What is the alone aspect? What is the point of doing it alone?
Do you know why you do it alone? So that when you find yourself in a situation where people are panicking, you are the one in control. You can take care of things before they do. Or even let me say, if everybody is willing in this, maybe this house is burning, and everybody is shouting, and there's a guy that's just standing and say, okay, maybe there's a way out. Let's go for a way out. Don't panic. There's this aspect of, like, I'm just giving the example of a bus driver. What do you want to get from me? Like, yeah, the driver who is, we are going to die. You are going to die. What the fuck? You are going to die. But the guy that is okay, we are not going to die. Don't be afraid. Even if the tire has gone, you have seen the tire going out of the bus like that.
Okay, and you believe that women don't have the capacity to be steady in situations like that?
No. The problem is women should not. They are not advised to deal with trauma. Women should not even deal with trauma. Why should women deal with trauma when they are meant to deal with the trauma for them?
Everybody should deal with trauma.
No. The thing is, when women deal with trauma, it becomes hard for them to even. Especially if when that's why I told you that when women get into a workforce and they are maybe 29 or 30 before looking for a partner, it's harder for them because now the expectations are high. They have dealt with some certain number of men, and the men have wrecked them, and they have healed from that. You think I want to take a woman like that? I want a woman that is a fresh apple from the tree where I can harness. I know how to keep it. I don't want. It's like taking a car that is being used and another car that is brand new.
That analogy of putting women and cars,
do you know why? Because the driver is actually the man. You see now, we don't want the car to break down most of the time. And we take a new car because we know that car will not going to break down most of the time.
And do you think that at any point in time, women find, let me say women that are sensible, because I know there are women that are not sensible. Women that are sensible, women that actually appreciate their future, women that want something good out of life and a family sense. We want to be with men that have gone around and slept with 1,000 people, men that have lost their sense of understanding of what a family's value is.
The fact is,
it's the same thing. To us, it's the same analogy.
Let me tell you, the fact is,
they still look like used cars.
Those women want those men.
No.
Should I tell you why?
I can stand here and tell that I don't want anything to do such men.
Let me tell you, those women What? No, you want a man who has the ability to do that.
To do what?
To do that. To
do
sleep,
what?
to have multiple women. He has the ability, but he doesn't do it. No, let me understand
I'm
me.
not- yeah.
Wait, do this.
People have the ability
understand
to...
me.
Wait,
No.
people have the ability to be mental. Both sides have the ability to be mental.
Understand something. That ability that he had to work for it. Women are the holder of sex. Men are the holder of a relationship. Right? You understand what I'm saying? A woman can choose who she wants to have sex with. A woman can get into a club and say, okay, I'm going to fuck this guy. I'm going to fuck this guy. I'm going to fuck this guy. She'll fuck all of them. A man can get into a club and say, I will not fuck this. No.
Why are men so, like, I've seen that.
Men are simple creatures.
Men, their values, the value that men have put to their bodies, right? It's like this. The value that you have given your body, the value that you have given your body, is this tiny. Because the fact that a woman cannot be like you.
No.
I'm having you tonight.
Yeah.
I'm having you tonight. People be like,
yes. Do you know why?
Take me.
Do you know why?
That is not value.
Do you know why?
That's blitzing yourself.
Do you know why? Before a man even sleeps with a woman, he has to have a certain capacity, a capability he has to work for before even being in that position. Women, you don't have to even be in that position before having to have sex. That's why men will choose, okay, this girl is wife material. I will marry her. That's a man. He has gone way beyond sex.
And what if she says no?
If she says no, okay, he's going to work on
I
himself and get another
that's
woman.
what I'm saying. That
the problem is
there's
men
a
on the
pride
top
in
tier.
money. The pride of money is killing men. You're thinking that because you have money that can buy hookers, you can buy a good wife.
It's a capability.
That is not the same thing.
Do you know why the key metric is money? Because metric.
Money can get you many hookers, not get you a good wife. There's a difference.
Understand something? Do you know why it's money? Because before people want to get money, they have to get other things. Means with that money they can get other things. With that money you can get in shape. With that money you can get protection for your family. With that money you can make your wife and your children live a better life. That's why the key metric is money. But it's not only money alone.
It's not a key metric.
It's the key metric.
It's not. Let me say for me, personally, it's not a key metric.
No, it's not a personal thing.
No,
it's how the world works.
No.
We are talking about how the world works. We are talking about personal. That's a promo. So
and you're forgetting. You're forgetting that this world is not functioning right.
The world doesn't function right. But the world doesn't function right.
It doesn't function right. So why should I be subject to a world that's not functioning right and making my key metric? That's nonsense.
It is the key metric of the world. Okay.
And I'm saying that I'm not subscribing to the key metric of the world that is false.
Do you think you can settle a guy that will never have money? If you knew in fact, if you could see in the future, you know that this guy, he will never have money. But okay, he loves me, yeah. But he will never in his life have money. Will you be with him? Good.
Does not end the case.
Case closed.
That does not end the case.
It's case closed. Wait. It's case closed. It's case closed.
That does not end the case.
Do you know why you always bet on your partner?
Okay.
Do you know why you bet on boys?
Can I tell you why that's not the case?
I'm just asking you a question. Do you know why you have said it again and again? I don't know why you're not seeing it. You bet on the guys you want to be with because you see potential in them. They don't see the same potential in you.
Then
it's not the same metric of potential they see in you.
See,
they don't see that a girl
if anybody is going to...
No, they don't see that a girl is
if
ambitious.
Anybody is going to want to say that they are going to be with me, right? And their greatest thing that they have seen in me is that, oh, she's cute.
No,
oh, she can give. But wait.
I'm saying your metrics are based on what? Things you already have.
Can I finish?
Things you already have.
Can I finish
your
a
purity,
sentence?
your beauty, your ability to have children. Those are key things
you already have. Can I finish a sentence?
Finish. Just finish.
I'm saying that when a man looks to me or any woman and says that the reason why I chose you to build a family with is because you're beautiful, you can have children, the possibility that family is not going to survive.
No, you've not taken the aspect purity because it's essential. Those three aspects: children, purity, beauty.
Okay, let's add to that. You're pure as well.
Yeah, pure.
If that is the only metric that is working on choosing a woman, then I don't believe he has chosen right.
He has chosen the best woman.
I don't think he has chosen right. Because there are other aspects that come now to the fact of character. To the fact of character, to the fact of submission, to the fact of somebody that is supportive. And these are other things that you have to see in somebody. If a man just says that he's married a beautiful woman, the grip he has on that woman is going to stay on his money.
Do you know
because only your money that is you're putting that's meant to buy her.
That character is based on purity. Because there's a reason why men during the
Not
marriage.
not every pure man
No,
is anti-character.
understand something. There's a reason why women wear white on their marriage. And men want women with as little bodies as possible. It means a woman that has not been around with most men. Because he knows that with that woman, he can teach her stuff. A woman that has been around the block, what can you teach her? She'll be teaching you stuff. And she will even, let me say, she will even compare you with the other guys she has had. No man wants that. No man wants to be compared with other guys.
No man wants to be compared to other women either.
And the fact is, we don't even do that.
People do it.
We don't compare women. The thing is, when we see women, we put them into three categories.
Don't you know,
No.
My ex was very submissive. Look at you.
We see that's why it's your ex, because he was submissive to you.
I mean, like they say that men will be like, oh, my ex was submissive. You are not submissive. Oh, this other my ex had good character.
Men lie when they don't have the capacity. They don't have the capability to have all those resources. They lie. But if you see the top notch, I have uncles. If you see the top notch, the people who have money, they don't give a fuck. They give you the answer straight. If you don't want to leave, another girl will come. The thing is, men look for purity in women because he knows he can teach her stuff. She has not been around the block. She's not a hoe. All those things. Yeah, because she knows, no, she's a pure girl, and it's very easy for me to change her character. If I say, okay, babe, I don't like what you've done here, she'll be more susceptible to say, okay, I see what you're saying. But a girl that has been with multiple men, she'll be like, nah, that's the way I. You know, I always do.
That's why women are both ways now. I believe that to have successful relationships, right, being with, having a criteria that you choose from. And not just going around and dating random people. People should actually keep themselves, both men, not just men, not just women, both men or men. Purity is not something that should put on women, both in men. Because that's how you actually build a healthy relationship. If purity just put all your women, then you're going to, the woman is still going to get back.
That's how the perfect world is. But we don't live in the perfect world, Doris.
I mean, I'm not planning on living post fucked up world.
We don't live in the perfect world. The world is actually fucked up. Men have to have enough experience as possible to deal with women.
That's a lie.
No. Do you know why?
That's a lie.
No. Do you know why?
That's a lie.
Do you know what I'm saying so?
That is a lie.
Do you know what I'm saying so?
That one.
Wait,
lie.
let me finish. Do you know what I'm saying so? So that you have the ability to discern. Yes, let's round up. So that a man will have he has to deal with as many women as possible, so that you have the ability to discern which one is good for him.
Oh, this suggestion has been fun. Has it been fun to me?
It's very fun. I look forward to this. I look forward to other members of the panel.
Okay. It has been fun. It has been a bit tense on both sides, but I've enjoyed the discussion. I think that things that you said I agree with, the things that I said you agree with, the things that I said disagree with, the things that I said I disagree with. But I think we can have some middle ground in things. But that's all for this particular episode, ladies and gentlemen. I hope we're going to have more sessions like this the coming days. But for now, I'm going to log out. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Next Generation Media channel so you don't get missed out on any of our subsequent videos. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can say bye-bye.